Hello! You're back with Crystal. That is me from Crystal Clare Coaching. I'm a holistic life coach and I'm showing up here daily in January to help myself and hopefully others cultivate better habits for themselves. So, I was slightly overambitious as I've been sharing that I was going to create a new habit every day, but turns out that's kind of a lot of admin. That's a lot all at once. Well, within a month. And I have had to pull back and expect a little less of myself the past couple of days. So, have paused adding habits, which I feel like is a good move, and have just been trying to cultivate, making sure that majority of the other ones are getting done on a daily basis. But also not making it mean too much if it doesn't happen, because my tendency is to then put off or just basically mean to do it, procrastinate on doing it, and then it gets later and later at night. Like right now it's 11:33 p.m. And one of my habits was to go to bed earlier, and that is clearly gone out the window when I am procrastinating on making a video. I haven't done, I was going to do yoga today, but I did move around, dance around a bit, so tick, that can count as some of my movement. Learning to do things imperfectly. At this stage, just starting a habit, even if it's a small version of what I'd like it to get to, it's still a win. So you have to give yourself space to integrate and like I'm really learning that there's got to be stuff taken out to add that much new, So it's actually like looking, well, what can I take out in order to have more time? How can I also focus better in the time that I have to actually get it done fast, and then have the free time after without me procrastinating on it and then running out of time for sometimes both. So it's just noticing consciously throughout my day when I'm doing things that maybe aren't serving me, because if I can cultivate better discipline and focus in and around my consistency with my habits, for myself but also for my business, that will make such a huge difference in my life and to the lives of others, because I will be actually showing up and creating space to serve from a lit up, looked after place myself. This channel is really about tuning in to you and what's going on with you on a frequent basis. We are so trained to not really feel into what's going on for us, to basically listen to all the external noise over our own knowing and intuition for what's right for our life. Now, if you're not someone that feels attuned with their intuition, like, that's great to notice. Please don't make it mean anything. Please just notice it with curiosity and take time to think, okay, why do I feel like that is? And what can I do to maybe edge myself and like try different things that might expand my mind and my energetics to be able to show up and learn. And this is why I shouldn't do it late at night, because my train of thought just went off the cliff right there. So we'll come back to that. I know it'll come back to me. What else that I wanted to talk about tonight was an awesome session that I held for a client today. So I was in the position that she could actually come around and do it in person, so that was amazing. It's not always the case. I usually am a Zoom coach, and so that was brilliant. It's always better in person, but it's actually surprisingly good on Zoom too. just FYI. So if anyone is out there that doesn't live in Queensland or the Gold Coast, don't feel like you have to count yourself out if you start resonating with my videos and you want to dive into how I can help hold space for you to holistically heal the blocks to what you want out of your life. So yeah, I am just sharing that because today's session was really great. We did like a lot of chatting and refining what her vision is, but also we really felt into a somatic practice that's called the Enoughness Ladder, and I won't delve into details or give away any of her information, but yeah, basically it's an energetic somatic tool. So soma means the body, so it's like feeling into what's going on, where's the tension in the body, where is the body, feel good, like what are the sensations in the body, and then also what's the emotional feeling. And basically there's a ladder, I just cut out pieces of paper from 1 to 10, and they're all separate, like cue cards, and then just 1 to 10, put them in a ladder on a long stretch of floor, and make it so there's a step between each of them, basically. And we tune in as to where they feel like they're at to do with their desired state right now, and then we get the client to tune into that state, that energy. They're already there because that's where they're at now. Sometimes they can also look back to see where they've come from when they first got the desire. But then however many rungs on the ladder up they think they're starting at, and what number they think that is going to be when they've reached the goal is it's just very telling as to how their mind and body energetics just map how they see the situation. And then basically they feel into one, they kind of let it go, step forward into the next energy of the next level of going towards that goal. And so you chunk down the energetic felt feeling step by step that way, and you get to step into that feeling in your body before you've actually done the thing to get you the thing that you think you want, which I'm not saying you don't want, you probably do want it, and that's great. But my point is, you can actually feel those good feelings as you go, and basically that helps you whenever you're having a moment of like, oh, where am I going again? How do I get there? I'm confused. If you can just find those moments and go back and be like, okay, I'm going to step into the energy of what I felt like when I'd taken that first step towards this goal, and you learn to just notice when it's coming up that you feel unworthy or an imposter syndrome around it, and you think, oh, I need to retune into the energy that I felt in this exercise, the Enoughness Ladder. And yeah, and obviously it's good to, if you can feel into the peak experience and just get there fast and go straight into that and get that felt feeling actually vibrating like through your body and enlivening your system, then you're going to get to that end goal so much faster. And obviously it depends on what your desired thing is and how long there might be real world factors that mean that you can't necessarily do it as fast as you like, for instance. But yeah, just knowing how to actually feel into how you'd feel in the experience of your goal is so valuable. And this is a really great thing to do and then basically tune into on a ideally daily or more basis. Maybe just whenever you notice your thoughts are starting to spiral down and you're getting that worry come up, you just say, oh, no, when that happens, when I feel a worried thought, what I'm going to think instead is, how can I take a moment to take a deep breath, exhale longer than I inhale, whether this other person is around or not. I'm worried that I'm falling asleep and that my words aren't making sense. I feel like I'm going to dreamland. Anyway, so yeah, so you feel into the feelings of where you're at energetically and in the experience of your goals, and having that experience of your goal, how can you then notice that worrying thought and then choose to step into that felt feeling instead. Notice that and just shift that downward spiral of that worrying thought to like that energetic feeling of being in the experience of your goal. So that's a great little conscious noticing to practice. And it is a practice. It's something that, you have to cultivate. If you notice like a worrying thought, you can make it into a game and be like, oh, I had a worrying thought. All right, let's feel into my energetic. And you can do that wherever you are, as long as you have the kind of capacity to tune in at that moment and your focus isn't elsewhere, basically. So yeah, I feel like I just had a moment where I just completely tuned out and was half asleep in a dream world, and I talked about a person, and I don't know if that made any sense. So clearly I'm fighting a losing battle each night, because that was the second time I've lost my train of thought. Choo-choo. So anyway, we're doing it imperfectly, showing up raw, showing up as we are, and that's great. But yeah, brilliant session. I think she got lots out of it, and I just love hearing her feedback, even from how things have been going since she started working with me. It's amazing how much has shifted for her, like internally, to just go after the things she wants more and create the things she wants more, and I just love that. I'm such an advocate for creatives putting good shit out in the world, because the world just feels like it's getting more corporate, more money driven, less arty. Gross. So I don't want that. And we all get to actually have say into what kind of world we want to cultivate and support and vote with our dollars and our time and energy. So like, if I can help inspire, enliven, hold space for creatives to build that self-trust and heal what they need to heal in order to step forward into the creative geniuses I know that they are, if they choose to be, then I feel like that's a wonderful thing to do. I would really enjoy that. So yeah, I feel like a couple of trains left the station in this reading, as I call them, my thought trains, and that's okay. Hopefully it was at least entertaining seeing me completely lose it. But I will leave it there for now. Just highly recommend somatic therapy, energetics. It's such powerful stuff, and like when someone's actually got stuck energy in their body that has been there for a while, like using a tool that's somatic, it can be incredible to like just release this tension that's been holding you back for so long, and it can happen in one session. So yeah, love that. You can go to years and years of talk therapy, or you can do, it works alongside coaching. It's not this or that, but you can actually have a tangible result at the end of one session. Not always, can't promise anything, but that's how powerful somatic therapy is. And I think there's a time and place for talk therapy, and sometimes you need that consistent place to show up and talk. And that's brilliant, and I commend anyone that is doing that path. But also coaching gets to work alongside that. It just depends what is needed in that person's life at that moment, and what they choose. Anyway, gonna leave it there. I keep saying that, so no more trains leave the station, and I don't fall asleep on camera. Anyway, much love. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.